Sorry, having some technical difficulties. Okay. Roll20 is taking forever to load now. I don't know why it wasn't working in my Chrome.
It's working in my Chrome.
Yeah, that's good. As long as it works for you guys.
I don't even have your Watch Together link yet, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am terrible. Invite friends.
What a terrible
Copy
DM.
link. I'm the worst.
Patrick, why did you just send me hi in Discord?
Entered an old password.
I mean, I guess, okay.
I
saw the highway you guys were making, though.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Yeah, it's really clean.
Thanks.
I was like, oh shit, this is like legit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I've probably spent like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours on it at this point. Heaven help.
Yeah, I helped a little bit.
There we go.
John and I went and cleared this massive, like, 5-story building for a quest. And
Yeah, he was telling me about it, and he was like, I don't have the heart to do this again. Because we got that quest again, and we had to do it all over again, and he was like, oh, no.
I mean, it'd be super fun with more than 2 people.
Yeah, we were saying with a raid group, we'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
Cool.
We go. Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
Watch Together.
Cool.
So do Discord people here watch together too? Or not Discord,
They do. The Twitch people do here watch together as well.
They can hear
Nice.
us right now.
Oh yeah, they can
Oh.
hear us. I'm sorry, I didn't let you guys. I know I went live. That's my
Hey,
fault.
we're streaming.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot I turned the
just
sound on.
Things.
had it on because I like to
Oh,
look
I
at the
should go to
comments every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should actually like pull that up and look at that. And
If
shit.
you guys want to.
Harrison
Cool.
Snow was laughing at us at one point, so.
I'll send it to you.
Drops by.
Yeah, he usually says hi.
Hey, cool.
How many
All right.
can I have open?
There we go. Oh, I have them all in the right spot. So Michael needs to be where Heaven
God, I gotta
is.
mute this.
I
Oh,
need to
God.
be where. Okay. Now let me make sure I got this right. David, Courtney's in the right spot there. Okay, Michael and Heaven need to switch spots then in my Zoom. That's really easy to do. Boop. There we go. All figured out. Awesome.
I don't envy all the work that you're having to put together.
That's okay. It's normally not this much work, and normally I have it all set up before we start streaming. So it's not too much of an issue. For those of you guys watching, we're just getting started, and let me know how the audio is and if I need to change anything. All right. Are we ready for the recap? We good to go?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do the thing. Sorry about my crazy brain. Okay. And of course I don't have it pulled up.
I'm whiter than a thumbs up emoji.
All right. Can you guys hear the music?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
Jobo4, thanks for following. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's John.
John!
John!
Yo! Hey, John!
Oh my god.
This feels unfair to me now. He knows what I look like, but I don't know what he looks like.
Oh, we can fix this problem. Hang on.
Are you just gonna bring it up?
Problem.
I need
Okay.
to know.
Let's see how long it
I
takes.
know.
See if my iPad can bring it up faster than my computer right now.
I've gone blurry.
There we go.
He looks exactly like Courtney.
Wait,
Like people.
wait. I'm not gonna put it on Twitch because I won't fuck John over like that. But I'll put it in the chat.
All right. Cool. Cool beans and rice. All the technical difficulties
Don't worry,
aside.
John, I picked a flattering picture of you.
Okay.
He looks very happy.
He is very happy.
All right. Now.
Oh wow.
Also, like
So
1,000
rude.
years younger than me, but you know it's fine. That's what John likes to say, that I am stupid old, even though I'm like 2 months older than he is.
Oh my god.
Thanks, John.
All right. When last we left our heroes, previously known as the Scales of Justice, they make their way back through the forest and head to the city of Andorra. Having much to discuss at the camp, our heroes spend the evening talking. Throughout the night, the adventurers were interrupted by none other than Sarek, who wished to disturb their sleep for a good night of partying. Eventually shooing him away, the group got back to get some sleep. They made their way back to the city and soon found out that Gorlin had been attacked. Almost springing into action, they decide to wait and speak with Zerf. After completing their agreement and giving her some of the magical items from the ruin, Zerf arranged for the group to have an audience with the King Regent to discuss the rising threat. Entering the glorious throne room, our adventurers see that a white cloak stands before the King Regent and petitions him to grant them land and protect Horadin's hamlet. The group, however, having none of this, spoke against Storin and said they could handle the threat. The Regent, giving them permission to aid them, denied the White Cloaks their position. The group then spoke with the captain of the Royal Guard, changed their name to the Honorbound. We now pick up with the sun setting in the city of Andorra, and our players deciding when to head out. So, you guys are all in the city right now. You are currently in the middle ring. What are you doing? It is evening.
I know we're wanting to leave as soon as possible. I don't remember if we wanted to rest before we left, though.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go to the nearest inn and sleep for the evening or head out?
If I remember correctly, there was something we wanted to remind you for, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I remember.
At the end of last session.
So, there's something I forgot to mention last session. You guys would have noticed on your way into town some of the buildings of the richer folk seem to have some fire damage to them.
So the more wealthy people?
The more wealthy people, their houses seem to have some fire damage on them.
Oh.
Okay.
Should we ask about that, or are we too concerned about...
Can we kill two birds with one stone? Because I have a question for... Well, it's really a question for Flint, but I was trying to kind of kick the bucket until he got here. But I guess, Aaron, you can be Flint.
Yeah. What's the question?
Calvio would ask Flint, is there any way that your family could make a necklace or like a sheath or something for the gem of light, so I don't have to carry it, and I could like have it on in the necklace and be like stook, and like open the front of it and be like stook.
He kind of slaps his belly and says, yes, of course they can make something like that. They're kind of busy at the moment, so...
Yeah. Maybe we'll ask him when we get back.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So...
Klobar says that gentleman in the white cloak seemed familiar with you lot. Have you met him before?
Oh, kinda.
I look at Marsica and just giggle a little bit at that.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like a particularly nice fellow.
No.
Maybe too nice. Like, you know your friend who's like super, super nice to you, and you're like, go the fuck away?
I don't have nice friends. Hobgoblins don't do that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that. I mean, they're kind of... I don't know. Some of the things they said to us last time we met them were a little bit rude.
They're,
They kind of like to talk down to you.
yeah. They would
Yeah.
drown on a rainy day.
Yeah.
They definitely paid for their attitude, though.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if
reap
they
what you
appreciated
sow.
that. Same? What?
Perhaps
But
we
Logan?
should find an inn.
Oh. Yeah, we can do that. Calvio, are you okay with that? I think you're a little more stressed than me about getting to
Maybe
Morgan's
not the same inn as last time.
Hamlet.
I can protect
That's
you if that is a concern.
I just
Perhaps we could share a room. For safety.
I need to roll a dice for this. Calvio doesn't care. He's like,
Oh, something happened here. There we go. Sorry, just something on my end. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. So, what are we deciding to do?
I think going to an inn, but not the same inn that we stayed in last time.
Okay, not the Pilgrim and the Scroll.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So, you guys would know. Let me pull up my map here. There is another inn nearby the Pilgrim and the Scroll. Ooh, someone's typing very loud.
That was me.
Oh no, no, it's all good. It just surprised
I
me.
can't move my mic. It's in front of me, but it's right by my keyboard.
Indoor proper. No, I don't want the indoor proper.
Can you still hear?
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Okay.
So there's the Pilgrim and the Scroll and the Sword and Mug. That's nearby.
It's fine with me.
Okay. Is that the one you guys are heading to?
Yes. If it's fine with Calvio.
Calvio.
You're muted, Amy.
Not the Pilgrim and the Scroll. That's the one that I yeah. Let's not go to that one.
Would it be better to just start walking now and set up camp in the woods somewhere?
I feel like that would be more dangerous.
I wouldn't mind some undisturbed sleep.
Let's just pick an inn. I don't care anymore. Calvio's very getting flustered at this, and he's like, "Let's just go."
That's good.
All right. So you make your way back out to the outer ring of the city, heading to Andrum's ward. And I'm assuming you head towards the Sword and Mug.
Yes.
Preferably.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
The Sword and Mug, as you walk in, is a little bit quieter than the Pilgrim and the Scroll. It's a smaller building, and the denizens are a lot more gruff. Those of you who have spent a little bit of time here, Kakira and Flint would also know that behind the Sword and Mug is an archery range. So this looks to be people who are hunters, who are a little bit more affluent, and they are sitting in their corners, enjoying their drinks. There is a human behind the bar cleaning glasses.
Could we ask him about the burn damage on some of the more affluent houses?
Sure, what do you say? You walk up to him?
Oh, I was just kind of asking the group if we would
Oh,
end up
okay.
asking about that. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess Sega would ask, even though Sega probably wouldn't ask. So if someone else wants to ask.
Who would Siga push to ask?
Sega would probably push Marsica to ask.
Okay.
I feel like Marsica would be the most like, I'd be like, hey, do you want to ask about the burn that was on some of the houses around here real quick since we're here?
Okay. Yeah. I guess Marsica will stop by asking the barkeep in the inn, and be like, hey, or the innkeeper guy, whoever, whatever they may be, and be like, hey, what happened with the burnt houses in the area?
Not really sure. It's probably that those thieving people have been around here targeting those affluent folk. They've got the money. So, seems to be the likely culprit.
Oh. I'm just gonna turn over and look at Calvio. And
Calvio just shrugs. Calvio doesn't know shit about this, actually.
You see the innkeeper is like eyeing Calvio a little bit because he's dressed up in like dark leathers and has a dagger on him, sort of deal. At least not anymore. You don't have the dagger anymore on you, do you?
I don't have that dagger. I have.
You don't have that dagger
now.
Yeah.
Oh, right, he would
Grumpy dagger is
remember.
gone.
Because we took care of the barbarians. Is that what they called them in Ahordine's Hamlet?
Yes. Or we took care of bandits.
Bandits. Thank you. But he wouldn't remember. Like,
He remembers Hordine's Hamlet.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
There is a break in my memory between Hordine's Hamlet and when you guys smashed me together with an elf.
Okay, got it.
That's pretty much the best way I can explain it.
Okay, so Marsica's gonna look back at the innkeep and she's gonna say, "Hey, okay, so these guys that are terrorizing the village, they're bandits."
Not bandits per se. They're a little bit sneakier than them.
Are they a specific race? Are they human, or are they orc? Are they?
I don't know. I mean, if it's who we think they are, the gods say they wear these funny-looking masks.
All right.
So Sika's gonna step in and be like, "Hey, I think I remember running into these guys. It would have been way back when I first got to the city. I had the companion that I was traveling with. I'm pretty sure we ran into this group. They wanted to kind of recruit my friend because they were cousins. But I got some really bad vibes from the guy. I was actually currently a cat, and I was I was making sure everything was okay with my companion. And
Did you report this to the guard? You said you saw these people.
I was trying to just tell Marsica, but
Oh, okay, okay.
sorry.
I mean,
was
you
just
can-
kinda, leaning to Marsica and trying to tell her this, like.
Oh, that's
whisper in
okay.
her ear, like,
Go-
hey,
Go ahead and make me a stealth check then, since you are in front of this guy currently talking.
Oh, that's fair.
Just
okay.
bring it. That's my fault. I misunderstood.
Wait. Nope, you're good. You're good. 13.
13?
So
Yeah,
I'm
he
only
doesn't.
kind
He does. He does. We're gonna retcon that. He does not say that.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just whispered to Marsica, like, maybe we can figure this out. I have an idea.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn back to the innkeepers. I thank you for the information.
Anytime. You want a room? This is the place to be. Ain't got that fancy beds like the Pilgrim and Scroll, but it's cheap. And it's a place to lay your head. He goes back to cleaning glasses, unless you have anything more to say to him.
Klobar says, "How much is a room?"
Room is 5 copper.
Klobar gives him 5 copper.
Okay. Got the room for the night.
Calvio will give him a silver for the rest of our rooms for the night and drinks for everyone.
So are
Or at
you
least as much
each...
as that would get.
So, 5 copper... so 10 copper is 1 silver.
Oh, I thought it was 100. Okay.
No, 100 copper is
I'll
1
just-
gold.
Okay, fine. I'll give him a gold then.
Oh, I mean, that pays for your guys' drinks for
I
the
will
night
give
then.
him a gold for the rooms for everyone and the drinks because I was the one being a pain in the ass about coming here.
Flint pats you on the back, says, "Ha ha, thank you. I'm gonna drink my..."
share with the rest of them.
Ah, I will. I always share, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah, it's your portion I'm worried about, but yeah.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
And he already goes and he grabs 2 mugs and is going to sit down.
God damn it.
You see, Flint is starting to pour over the book that he recently got from Elgash earlier that day, sitting down and drinking his ale.
Calvia would like to actually go sit down and like look over his shoulder at the book and see. Because I have no idea what the hell this book
Sure.
is. I just wanna know
Yeah.
what the book is.
I mean, I'm Flint wouldn't be secretive about it. If you want to be secretive, you can be.
No, I'm just gonna like sit down and like drink and like
Yeah.
look and see if I recognize anything.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh God. Okay. First actual roll for the night. 24.
24. Yeah, you see. Looking through it, what is the deal here? Different recipes in different languages. So I
Okay.
missed something in our chat.
Logan rolled something crazy.
Okay.
I rolled my Porton rolls were 2 crits.
It's in the roll 20. It's legit.
Yep, I saw
I see
it.
There's a 40 there.
Are any of can I read any of the recipes?
You can read. You can read the first one, and looking over it, it seems to be a type of food that you've had quite a bit. It's called. I think it was Galarian stew, is what I wrote down. But there's some additions to it. It looks like there is magical components to the food.
I'll read them and be like, huh.
I
That's a
don't
weird
think you can
version of
read.
that.
I don't think you can read the other recipes he's looking through, but
I can read Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and the whatever Old Tongue. There it is.
okay. He would probably stay on this first one for a little while since he got the first book. But looking through, going into the second one, you wouldn't be able to read the second one.
Okay.
So
Be like, huh.
you would notice though, that with the first one, there seems to be kind of notes off to the side, and it was like a code. It seemed like Elgash deciphered this code and translated that. It wasn't just common. It was a code based on common.
Huh. Does it make any sense to me what he wrote?
The code doesn't make any sense to you, but Elgash's at a brief glance, but Elgash's translation makes perfect sense to you.
What is the translation?
It's just the recipe. The recipe is the
just
translation.
The recipe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the recipe is in a weird language that I can't read, and the translation is
No,
okay.
no, the recipe is not in a weird language you can't read. It's in a code based on common.
I'm stupid.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Understood.
So,
Never mind then. Okay.
no, it's all good. And so, and Flint would have walked you through that as well and explained, like seeing you looking that, he would have explained that to you.
Okay.
He's not secretive about this.
I would look in the after figuring out like looking at the recipe and seeing the magical components and just be like, that's a weird version of that dish. I've had this before. That's different.
And Flint says, I'm gathering as much. This is a very special book.
Yeah. If you find anything else weird with this book, like good weird, let me know. I'll take a look at it and I'll keep drinking.
He kind of salutes you. What is Kakira doing at this moment?
I mean, I'm assuming she can see that Calvio sat down and started looking at the cookbook.
Yeah.
So she's gonna walk up next to him and be like, "Hey, while you're looking at books, pull out the tattered journal."
Yeah, I would. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm just drinking ale before we go to sleep. Yeah, I'll help you out.
All right.
Is that a me roll or a him roll?
That is a Kakira roll with advantage since you are helping her.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
All right. 18.
Yeah, nice. It's starting to make a little bit of sense. You're getting some finer points of grammar. You're understanding the alphabet finally comes through to you, and yeah, that was a success. So
I'll like
you need
like you're actually getting this.
if you don't mind keeping track of this, so I don't have to, since I'm keeping track of other things. You need 2 more successes.
Okay, so that was my second success.
Yep, you need 2 more.
Okay.
How long does that take for him, for us to like go through that out of
It'd be a good couple hours for the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is what you guys are doing this evening, sort of deal.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
If that's okay, if you guys want to try and do something else, since I was not clear with that, I'm also fine.
No, I would have done that. That's fine.
Okay. Cool. Marsica, what are you doing?
She's going to pay for a room.
It's already paid for.
Calvi already
Right,
paid for
Calvi
it.
already paid for all the rooms. Okay.
You can have free booze and room for the night.
Right. I remembered the booze.
When you take the booze and take a drink, it is the most god awful tasting ale that you've tasted, but it does the trick. Like
All right.
it is like no
Always
offense.
tastes better.
Yeah, it's like no offense to those that like Keystone Light. It's like the Keystone Light of ale.
I've never had it, but I'm gonna
Yep.
have to take your word that it's awful. She's gonna. So everybody's currently crowded around Flint and the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So she's gonna go sit down over there because that's where everybody's at, and just like kind of annoyingly drink this ale that is awful, but she's drinking it because she wants this ale.
Okay. Marsica's having a good time.
Yes.
What is Klobar doing?
Klobar is having a drink.
Klobar's having a drink. Are you sitting with anybody in particular? Are you sitting by yourself? With
I think he's just kind of sitting by himself, just kind of unwinding.
Okay. Siga.
So, Siga is stuck between wanting to join the group and wanting to go see if they can find the creature that they saw the last time that they were here. And Siga's probably way too curious, so Siga's probably gonna go out and see if they can find, go to the last place. Gosh, where was that? It would have been really close by.
It's pretty
point.
close to here.
Yeah.
I would say Siga would probably know where it is. You would know looking around where the big fenced area is.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'd probably go over there and see if I could see if anything had changed or if the creature that I saw last time was still here.
Are you shapeshifting at all, or are you asking anybody to go with you, or are you just walking out the inn door?
I would probably walk out the indoor because I came in as myself. I wouldn't want to like suddenly change and freak everybody out. But then I'd probably go around the corner and shapeshift probably into like a little black cat just so I can hide and run around and go see if I can find stuff.
All right. So you guys have seen.
Notice
I mean, unless Siga was trying to be stealthy about it, those of you who are paying attention around probably would have seen Siga leave. Whether you got there in time before he shapeshifted is something different. Reacted. Wait, both of you guys have your mics on. I couldn't understand you.
It's fine. Would that have been at the end, beginning, or middle of me helping Kikira?
In the middle of it.
Akira definitely wouldn't have noticed.
Calvio,
We have had enough time. Okay, so if I noticed and wanted to go, would there be enough time for me to go, come back, and help Kikira, or is it gonna futz up the?
Depending on how long you leave for, it would futz it up. If you go out for a minute and see what happened, see if you could catch him and chat, then depends on how long you were gone for.
I'll just say 1 second and like walk out and see if I can see Siga anywhere.
Okay. So walking out, let's do this. Let's have, because this is kind of a thing of chance and how fast you react. We'll have both of you guys roll a
I wouldn't
d.
have been rushing at all.
Okay.
If that makes. I would have just like gotten up casually and walked to the door casually.
Okay, so since Siga was also walking casually, let's have both of you guys roll a d20, and whoever rolls higher. If Siga rolls higher, then he got around and shapeshifted. If Calvio rolls higher, you run into him.
Oh, I didn't roll higher. I rolled a 4. Oh no. Oh no.
What did Siga roll? 10? Nice. All right. So you walk outside, and Siga is nowhere to be seen.
I'll just kind of look around and shrug and go back in, I guess, and continue helping Kagura with Old Tug.
Oh. All right. So you head back in. Help Kikira out. Siga.
Huh?
You are walking in the quiet night of the city. Darkness has fallen, and people are making their way to their houses. You walk over near to where you were like about a week ago now.
Okay.
And you head into the familiar bushes. Coming across the edge of the fence, looking inside, make me a perception check.
Maybe.
What do we got?
14.
14. This thing, you still see it there. It is laying on a nearby rock inside of its, basically this really large bird cage. And it's
Right.
laying there gently snoring.
Okay. As a small cat, like as a little black cat, could I fit through any of the poles? Are they to the fencing?
You
Or
can.
am I-
It's pretty close. You can make me an acrobatics check if you'd like to try and go in.
Sure, just to see if I
Yes.
can like maybe get a closer look, just look around, not get too close, but just
Mm-hmm.
let's see.
What do we got?
A 9.
9. You can't seem to fit. Like you're looking through.
I'm a bad
You think
cat.
you're like almost. You can't fit your head in through, and you know if you can't fit your head through,
Okay,
there
fair.
it's a tough bet.
Whiskers tell me.
Yeah, the whiskers are telling you. It's like, this may hurt. You know.
Okay. Then at that point, since I still know that it's there, no. Okay, so you'd be curious enough to like see if I could walk around like the edge of the fencing.
Of
Just to
course.
see if, what I could find out, what else was in the area, where this was linked to. What is this place?
So go ahead as you're walking around. Make me a perception check.
Okay. Jesus. 9.
What do we got? 9.
God.
As you're walking through, you see, it's not a complete lost cause. You do see basically cages as you go, and there are creatures in these cages. You see something that looks another big quadrupedal animal, but it's laying kind of like this, and it's sleeping. You swear that you see a tusk coming off of it. Other than that, there's a couple other animals that you can't make out as you go around the perimeter.
Okay. At that point, since it's nighttime and I know that I need to get back, I'd probably just take all that into consideration and then head back to the inn.
Okay. So you. Oh, anything else?
No.
Okay. So you head back to the inn. Everybody is still there. Calvio, you notice Siga walk back in, and so does everybody else, and except for maybe Kakira, who's very busy studying right now. Would Klobar like to do anything else, or is he just hanging out?
Klobar is just hanging out tonight.
All right, sounds good. Then, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, anything you'd like to roleplay, talk about, say you all eventually find your ways to your room. Okay? So, you all find your way to your respective rooms, laying down your head to the straw pillow. These beds are definitely a little firmer than the ones over at the Pilgrim and the Scroll, but it'll do for the night. Where are we at here? So, as you all fall asleep, Siga, after a long day, you lay your head down, thinking back on the strange things you saw in the ruins. It's been 2 weeks since you've left your sanctuary, and they've been among the most exciting, traversing the plains, seeing the magnificent city of Andorra, and meeting all these new people. You feel however you feel about that. And your eyes begin to droop as you drift off to sleep. For some indeterminate amount of time, you dream of only blackness. It's quiet at first, almost as if coming from a vast distance. You hear a clanging sound. You are suspended in a black void. What do you do?
I would just probably remain calm and just kind of see what happens, I suppose. I would be internally intrigued, but externally very, like, very calm, and just find out what happens, I guess.
Okay. You hear it slightly louder, as there is another loud clang. Realization comes over you, and they sound like chains.
Ooh. And you said I'm suspended in a black void, correct?
You are suspended in a black void.
Okay. I'd probably look around just to see if I could see anything, because at that point, as it's getting louder, I'm getting a little concerned because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. It's subtle at first, but eventually and you wake up in a cold sweat.
Great. Siga would probably sit up and go, "What the hell?" And be simultaneously concerned that something's messing with his brain, in a sense, like that it's just like pulling at the back of his brain that something is not right about this and shouldn't happen, but he's not really sure what to do about it, so he's probably gonna end up asking everybody in the morning what the fuck he should do.
Okay. Do you try to go back to sleep?
Yeah, he's gonna know that he needs the rest, so he's gonna try
Okay.
at least.
The rest of your sleep goes by uneventfully. Thank
God.
This music sounds like it's straight out of Banjo Tooie.
Oh no. So you all eventually wake up and find your way down into the main meeting area of the inn. You sit down and have breakfast, have your morning coffee. It is provided to you for that. It's like, whereas at the Pilgrim and Scroll, you had like, it was the continental breakfast in which you could go, if there's the quality of like, you could go like make your own waffles and there's like sausage and eggs and things, right? If it was like that in medieval times, if it was like that quality, and then at another continental breakfast where they just give you like the packaged pastries, right? It's like that is the difference in quality here. And so the meat is a little tougher, and that's about all they give you.
Seaga's just happy about the coffee. He's tired.
Yeah. So, is there anything you guys would like to talk about before heading off and leaving the city?
No, I just think we should get on the road real quick here. You're muted, Calvio.
Oh no. Jobo says Siga won't discuss the dream.
Oh, Seaga's definitely gonna suggest the dream. I was just about to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Seaga's gonna be like, so, did anybody else have any weird dreams last night? / should I be really concerned about any weird dreams?
Nobody else had the dream.
Do I remember any of my weird ass dreams from Dagger?
It happened in between, so no, you would not.
Did I have like weird typical thoughts, or was it just nothing?
Roll me a low, higher, the same with the d20.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You're both unmuted, by the way.
Higher.
High? What did you roll?
Higher. 16.
16? You have a faint inkling that you've encountered something similar to this. All you remember is a laughing, but a large black, or a large red eye.
I'll like squint and go up to Siga and be like, describe it.
You muted Siga.
Okay. Yep, no, I was
Okay.
telling him he's got to mute himself first before I talk.
Oh, okay.
We have to work out this whole dynamic.
Yeah, it's all good.
So Siga would have described his dream, said, I was stuck in this black void. There was some chain-like clanging that I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and then there was this really terrifyingly dark laughter that just seemed to echo in this void, and then I woke up in a cold sweat. It was not fun.
Something about the laughing feels familiar. I don't know. I don't know how helpful I'll be, but that just... I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
Is it anything that any of the rest of you have heard about or anything about? No.
Calvio did not tell us about his dream right before it. Right.
I don't think so.
So then we wouldn't know. At least I wouldn't know.
I know
Clobar wasn't there.
Flint.
If I had told any, I don't remember. I don't think I really told too much. I definitely talked about the dagger and the dreams I had I know I spoke about the one where I figured out I could return the dagger to me. And then there was the other time where, like, Excelsior bear hugged me to try and keep me from getting the dagger, but then I still got the dagger. I don't know if we really, like, discussed details like that.
I don't remember discussing details.
I don't think we did.
Okay. Well, my senses are raised about this, so I'll just let you guys know if anything gets weird.
Flint will go up and says, "Oh, I didn't have anything like that, but Kakira over there was able to help me with my dreams. Maybe she can help you with yours."
I might be able to try something, but I don't know what's causing it, so that makes it really hard to try to help.
Kakira, make me a religion check.
Okay. Oh, I got it, though. I'm not supposed to be, but I am. Oh.
What you got?
A nat 1. which ends up being a 6. But,
You have +5, but it's like every time you roll a religion check, it's just so low, man. Oh, no. All right. Yeah. You're...
Some monk you are.
Cleric. He's a cleric.
Whatever.
I thought she was a cleric.
She.
And
Yes!
she didn't pay attention when she was learning about all that religion stuff.
All good. So, you're not really sure what to do. Whatever, if you want to try what you did before, but it's up to you.
Remind me when we settle for the night on the road, and I'll think of something.
Okay. I'll do my best.
All right. So, unless there's anything you all would like to do in the city, you make your way out onto the road. All right. Where are we at here? Let's have... I don't think Klobar has rolled yet.
Nope.
So, Klobar, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
This is meta. My hands are full. Can someone roll a d6 for me real quick?
Oh, yeah. Anybody else is fine.
Sure. Oh, that was a 2.
2. All right. You guys travel for a few hours outside of the city. And as you hit the tree line and head deeper into the forest road, you notice storm clouds above you. You push a little bit farther, unless you wish to stop, and it begins to rain.
Seems fitting.
As you continue, it is pouring. You guys may continue going, but it'll be a lot harder to see things on the road.
Is there, so being the ranger, could Marsica tell if there's like any danger of landslides in the area or flooding or anything like that? Would it be dangerous to push on?
Make me a survival check.
Ooh, kidoki.
Would Kakira's perception be any different?
Since it's obscured, yes. It has nothing to do with the darkness of the light. It's obscured from the... There. You would, yeah.
I got a 14.
14? You think it's unlikely with this road. If you were to make it to the waterfall outside of Horadine's Hamlet, that would be the area that would be an issue. But you know it would be hard to see things in case something else comes upon you.
Oh, right, okay. Good point. Okay, so Marsica will look at everybody and be like, alright, so we kind of have to make a group decision here. So the waterfall will be dangerous, basically what Aver just said, and that if we push on, we won't be able to see things coming is the biggest danger.
Well, perhaps we should stop for the night.
I mean, we pretty much just left, right?
It's about 5-6 hours into your journey.
Oh, okay.
So it would go for it.
Like, can we try and wait it out? Like, maybe not make camp, but like chill and see if the rain goes away.
You can make me a survival check to see, looking up to see how long it would last.
How far are we from specifically like the danger area by the waterfall?
In this weather, it would take you a little bit longer to get there, so you're probably about another 10 hours of a trek to get there. So you'd get there in the, like, it's dark by the time you get there.
Say we kept walking carefully for another 6 hours, we wouldn't be in like the danger flood zone.
Yeah, you would not be in the danger flood zone yet, but you are on the side of a river. There's a little bit of a danger, but you don't think much since the road was constructed far enough away.
I rolled a 10 on my survival, Aaron.
10 on the survival. You're not really sure about how long the weather will last.
Marsica will also relay the information of us being another 10 hours from the flood zone. So, any thoughts?
It's up to you guys. What are you doing? You can press forward. Basically, mechanically, how this works, if you press forward, it slows you down a little bit, and you have disadvantage on perception checks. But you can also stay and try and wait it out.
Clobar is going to use shape water to make a little umbrella.
Ah, nice. That'll actually make it so it won't slow you down too much since your immediate vicinity is taken care of.
Oh, nice.
So if that's the case, then I say
Let's
we
just
push
go.
on at least for a few more hours and see. And if it doesn't let up, then we wait it out.
Okay, let's do it.
We shouldn't get close to the waterfall. Is my only concern.
Yeah. I'll look at Siga and be like, do you know? Actually, hang on. Does Calvi know anything about druids besides the little that Siga has told him?
Nah, I would say, other
Like,
than
besides the fact that they
rumors,
exist, essentially.
yeah, you know that they can transform into things and that they do nature magic, basically, and from the things that you've seen Siga do. Because you did live nearby a wood elf settlement growing up, so you would know that they can shapeshift into animals.
I'm just gonna make like a self-intelligence check and see
If you paid attention that day.
It's a 14.
14?
I'll
Yeah.
just let it. I'll look at Siga and be like, "Is there anything that you can do about all of this?"
Is there anything Sigrid could do? I don't think so.
I have spells and things. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to like change the weather, but you might be able to like learn about the current weather or something like that.
I guess.
I don't know. You would know if you had the spell or not.
Oh, yeah, no. I can't. Okay, then
Okay.
Sigrid just look at you and be like, no.
No. The
You don't do like, isn't weather like nature things? You just do ground nature, not sky nature.
I mean, it depends. Right now, I don't do sky nature.
Oh, so you can. Okay.
I could if I learned how to do it.
Calvio is just like totally confused by the magic that you do. Like it is nothing like he even understands. He's just like full on dirt when it comes to druid magic. Apparently.
Clobar has a new spell if we want to stop for the night.
We should probably push on a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think we should do.
I agree.
All right. So, as you push on for about 2 more hours, and the storm begins to clear. The road, it seems to be, you know how in Arizona there are monsoons? It seemed to be like a long monsoon where it just like dumped water and then it passed. Right? But you continue on, and there seem to be no other further complications on the road. You're surprised that you haven't met anybody yet coming across. But as time passes, in the later evening, you come across the waterfall. Let me switch our scene here in Roll20 so that you guys can see where we're at. That's the wrong panel. There we go. I'll pull it up later. It's not terribly important. So, you guys find your way, and you come past the waterfall, and you see in front of you, in the dark, the stone bridge crossing the Fragon River, and in the distance, a more well-formed fort of sorts. Wooden walls come up around it, and you see a soldier holding a torch, speaking to somebody at the edge of this fort. It's not just one soldier, it's 10 soldiers. But there is one that's speaking.
Like friendly soldiers? Like
Andoran soldiers, yeah.
Yeah. Kakira, in the dark, you said that artifact makes it so that you can see clearly in the dark, right?
I believe so. Let me check real quick.
Okay.
You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 60 feet.
Dude, okay, so it's out of that distance. But those with dark vision, go ahead and make me a perception check, or Kakira with the glasses. So make me a perception check.
22.
Nice.
Check. 18.
All right, so both of you guys, anybody who rolled above a 16, if you continue to roll, you guys notice that there is a figure in a white cloak on the side of the fortress, right? It looks like he is speaking with this person. And there are, it is Andoran military that is speaking to the white cloak. You can get, if you would like to hear what they're saying, you can get closer.
I'm getting
How far
close
away?
because I can't see shit.
You guys are currently, I would say, about 300 to 500 feet away.
I don't know anything's there, so I'm gonna keep walking.
Okay. You guys see Calvio, he's just walking.
Alright, Marsica's
I look back and I'm like, what are y'all waiting for?
Let's go, I guess.
I wish Misty Step had a range of 300 feet. That would be freaking hilarious.
That would be really funny. So are you guys continuing to walk forward?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, as you continue down, we passed that part. You seem to come, you see the white cloak as you're approaching, one white cloak leaves and another one comes. This isn't Storin, who you saw at the Capitol, but this is the other fellow that you had met previously. And he says, "What is the meaning of this? We've been here for weeks and no one has claimed this land." Then the guard speaks up. He unravels a parchment in front of them and says, "You are hereby notified by the Crown of Andorra that you are considered to be squatting. You will either provide troops for the war effort or you will be forcibly removed from the area." And he rolls the parchment up and hands it to him. Obviously fuming, he takes it and says, "I will pass your message along to the Exarch." And he turns on his heel and walks back in.
say we let them get evicted.
Oh yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Lost there.
We could talk to the guard briefly.
We probably should. We were sent by the regent.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to approach them?
Yeah, Calvio will walk up to the guard.
Okay. They, the fellow who had the torch and handed over the parchment, he turns to your direction and says, "Who goes there?"
Am I still within, like, the umbrella that Klobar has made?
I mean, how if that's a cantrip and Klobar's been keeping it up, then yeah.
I mean, I assume he's been casting it over and over again for quite some time.
Good, yeah.
So we're, like, remarkably dry at this point.
Yeah, you guys are dry.
Okay. I'll see him, like, outside of the little bubble and just be like, "Dude, come here. It's dry in here. Just."
Oh, the raining has come to a drizzle at this point. It's not very heavy now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's not like just like dumping, but it's a little bit of a drizzle. Okay. But they do take notice. The guy, he puts the torch towards you and sees that you're dry, and kind of gives you a funny look, and is at a loss for words at the moment.
I'll tell him that we had spoken to the regent in Andorra, that we were sent to help with Hordine's Hamlet and subsequently with Gorlin, and that the White Cloaks are not to take any kind of leadership of this land whatsoever. But he already knew that because they're squatters, so...
And he says, "It is good that you have joined our cause. I hope that these White Cloaks, as you call them, will grow some sense and aid the military effort on which the land they occupy."
I wouldn't hold my breath. They don't seem to want to help anyone that isn't willing to give them land or money.
That is disappointing. They seem to be well armored.
Not quite. But so it goes.
If there is nothing more that you would have of me, I need to take my men and make camp.
Sure. Do you know of any better way down past the waterfall into Hordine's Hamlet currently because of the weather?
This is the best road. It is holding fairly well. We just came from there and we're making our way back to the capital to let them know, give them an official report.
Of course. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your aid to the kingdom.
Of course.
And
I'll
he and his
step out of the way and let him pass.
He and his men continue on towards where you went, and you can see that off in the distance they begin to make camp off to the side of the road, and they each nodded towards you as they pass you.
How far away is Hordine's Hamlet from here?
It's about if you camp here and then continue on in the morning, you would get there about mid-afternoon.
Oh, I'll tell the group that they mentioned that the road was okay right now, that there wasn't anything wrong with it. They just came from that way.
Yeah.
That if we wanted to keep going, we might be able to, but group decision.
It is currently dark, so it's up to you guys if you want to press on or not.
Colbert says, "I would not mind a chance to get dry."
Maybe we just get just a little bit further away from the White Cloaks camp and then get off the road and camp somewhere over there.
That wasn't that was the soldiers' camp, not the White Cloaks camp.
You guys are currently nearby their little makeshift fort, though.
Oh.
So you would
yeah, let's go away from the White Cloaks. That sounds like a terrible choice to stay near them.
If we walk for another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, that'll get you quite a bit away.
Okay.
So
Klobar says, "I have a new spell that will let us have a safe place to sleep, but we will need to find a little bit more open space."
So, if we're walking down the road a little bit, do we see any open spaces?
Yeah, within about 30 minutes or so, I'd say you'd find a fairly open space.
Alright, so we'll go over there and be like...
is gonna say, "Okay, I need 10 minutes. Keep me dry, please."
Keep you dry. Alright.
So how are you guys keeping Clobar dry in a light drizzle?
Shit.
Are there any large leaves nearby? No?
Yes. Mika's tall enough. I could just like stand over Clobar.
Just put your arms.
Got you.
So, Clover is going to pull a stone out of his pocket and kind of wave his hands over it for 10 minutes. And then you hear kind of a rumbling sound, and he says, "You better move back." And this tower springs out of the ground.
Like
Like
tower?
a 2-story stone tower.
What?
Shit.
The what?
The fuck? Okay.
Alright. Cool. I like magic.
I
Martha's just
see
gonna
this
go
tower
inside.
pop up, and I was like, you were going for the conspicuous route, apparently.
The 2 levels, each level's 10 feet tall, and I choose what furnishings they have, and so for this one, it's going to be 2 bedrooms, 1 on each level.
So I'm assuming enough beds to house everyone.
It says a bed, chairs, chest, and a magical fireplace, but I'll leave that up to your discretion.
I'd say there's enough room for y'all to put like bedrolls and stuff down, but there's only 2 beds. So it's a stone floor, but it's a roof over your head. So
Sure.
Mika wants to know where the hell
Clobar
this came
kind
from.
of puts his hand on Flint's shoulder and says, "I can make one of these with a kitchen, and 2 next time, buddy."
he slaps your shoulder and he's like, "Please, yes, that would give me," and he like grabs the book. "That would be great."
And it also says the interior of the tower is warm and dry regardless of conditions outside.
Oh, that's incredible.
Excellent.
Any equipment or furnishings conjured with the tower dissipate into smoke if removed from it. At the end of the spell's duration, all creatures and objects within the tower that were not created by the spell appear safely outside on the ground, and all traces of the tower disappear. And it lasts for 24 hours.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice. It's pretty dope.
So. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, who is not rolled? Whose turn is it to roll the random encounters?
If we're about to go into random encounters, can I do 2 things?
Yeah, sure.
The first thing I want to do is take out the last, because I'm dumb and didn't find any more while I was in town, thing for Find Familiar. And I would like to spend the time to cast it as a ritual and
Bring
have,
Aldra back.
Aldra come back, except it's the cutest little owl you've ever seen.
Oh,
It's a white owl.
Oh,
Awesome.
Like a little snowy owl.
Sure, yeah,
Snowy owls are white.
They are.
sure.
yeah.
But they're big. But it's like a little miniature.
It's like a
Yeah.
pygmy snowy owl. So Aldra
That's
comes
flying,
back.
It sounds great.
Aldra kind of like flies around for a minute and is excited to be back on the material plane.
Aldra just like sits on my shoulder and I like scratch at her beak and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
Pet her.
And can I? Oh shit! I don't know if I have the materials for this. Fuck, what does it take? Does anyone know what alarm takes off the top of their head?
A silver string around, I believe. I don't think it's much else. Oh, music got switched to something that I don't want. Okay.
Does anyone have silver string?
I don't think so.
And think about this before we left.
Jobo says I should make you roll to name it Hedwig.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that.
I rolled a 14.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's Ultra.
I think I have an orc holy symbol. I don't know if that would have any silver string on it.
Okay. I don't think it has a silver string on it. But
I picked up a bunch of random stuff, so I'm just looking.
Because I prepped alarm for the road because I assumed.
let me check. Let me see.
I was dumb and didn't get supplies before we left.
I'm looking up the spell right now. Hold a moment.
It's a tiny bell and fine silver wire is what it says as components.
I mean, the fine silver wire is for the radius, but for today, since it doesn't consume the spell. Yeah, since it doesn't consume the spell, or since it doesn't consume the materials, then you can cast it with the arcane focus.
Okay, then I will cast alarm and do it as much of the perimeter as I can for 30 feet. So especially like the door, and if there are any windows like on the sides, I'll try and get as close to those as I can.
Sure. Clobar, is there only one entrance and exit? I think that's up to you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't specify, but I only made one entrance.
Okay, so
then I'll definitely have alarm
around there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if I change my spells on a long rest, does that make alarm go away?
I don't think so. It lasts for 8 hours, so you'd have to change your spells after that 8-hour period, anyways.
Okay.
So.
Do my double 20s go away?
I don't think so. I think it's okay. I don't want them to, so we'll keep them because I think that's cool. Either way, I want you to be able to use those. All right. So, who has not rolled? Has everybody rolled on the
right? We decided.
Logan. So Logan, let's go ahead and have you roll again, since you didn't.
For us to be asleep.
Let me check here. Roll a d6.
That is a 1. Good
a
luck,
1.
everybody.
Okay. So, is there anything you all would like to do as the evening comes to a close?
Is there like a lookout point on the tower for the person keeping watch? I was just curious.
Could I have put windows on the upper level?
Sure. It's your tower, man.
Alright. Yeah, there's like 2 windows on the upper level.
Alright, cool. So, cool. That's all I was curious about.
If there's nothing you guys want to role play, who's taking first watch?
Well, I was gonna say Kakira would cast protection from good and evil on Siga before we go to sleep.
Okay.
Just to see if that does anything.
Let me.
I would be very appreciative.
You guys hear Courtney okay, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay, fantastic. I think we figured out our microphone situation then.
Okay, cool.
Me and Heaven did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was like, oh wait, they did this smart.
So, so you're casting protection from good and evil on Siga. All right, is there anything anybody else would like to do before you start packing it in?
Clover yells dibs and takes a running start and jumps on the bed.
Nice.
Kakira's gonna look at Calabio and say, "Did you need to send a message to somebody?"
If we could get a message to... Oh, it's pretty late right now, right? Like,
I mean, it's a few hours after dark. I mean, you could wake up the gruff old man.
No, I would want to try and send a message either to Aldra or what's his fuck?
Aldra?
Okay, so my cat is named after a girl in town that I like. That kind of helped me out. It's not like, but like
It's a
she's
friend.
much older than me.
It's like FWB. I got you.
What?
No, but okay.
My head canon was that Aldra and what's the other guy's name?
That's what I'm trying to find. My freaking notebook, but I've had like 4 different notebooks now.
I have it here. Torin.
Torin, thank you. Yes.
My head canon was that Audra and Torin had a relationship.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were insinuating. If that's not the case, that's totally fine.
I thought they were 2 different people, but yeah, that works too. Whatever.
Okay.
There's always room for one more.
I mean, they're still 2 different people. They're just in a relationship. God.
Shut up, Patrick, too.
Oh no!
Hey!
No, heaven.
No!
Why is Patrick not heaven too?
Yeah!
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
I will fight you.
Look, you've already tried to get Heaven to be mad at one of your characters. Don't keep going, man.
I made this nice tower for you.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, shut up.
That's fine. I would try to send a message to Torin.
To Torin?
Yeah.
Have I met Torin?
Briefly. You would be familiar enough to send a message.
Okay. What message would you like to send? It has to be 25 words or less.
Just get out.
Torin, this is Calvio. Are you and Aldra okay? You can reply to this message. I don't mean to copy Critical Role, but I mean, that's what you have to do. He's going to be like, hello, God?
Okay, so I will go ahead and cast sending
Okay.
and send that message to Torin.
To Torin. You send the message out. You wait 30 seconds. A minute. 2 minutes. There's no response from Torin.
Calvio gets like noticeably darker in the face. Like, oh. Is it possible for you to send one to Aldra?
Yeah.
So same thing, except the first word is Aldra instead of Torin. And replace Torin and Aldra in the message.
All right. So I'll go ahead and cast it again, and I'll send a message to Aldra then.
About 30 seconds go by, and you hear a voice reply. And she says, is it Calvio? And you can hear a little bit of crying in the voice. And she says, I'm okay. Torin wasn't so lucky. Where are you? Are you coming?
I'll relay that to Calvio.
Okay. Calvio looks very very upset. Like he's trying to like hold it back. But not so much. And then suddenly it's like Calvio's not even there anymore. And suddenly, like, Calvio's, like, looking around and, like, looking at his arms and, like, oh. Okay.
You feeling all right, Calvio?
Better than I have in a long time, actually. He's still, like, cracking his neck and his arms and his wrists at this point.
Have we heard about the head tenant, or do we not know anything about him?
I mean, you would know.
Oh, right. We know that there's
Guys,
another.
You were there for the ritual, so yeah, you know there's another.
We did it to him.
Yeah.
Is this Calvio or his head tenant?
Have a name, you know.
I don't know it.
He just, like, looks up, like, how do you people... Ugh. My name is Luran.
Okay.
He just, like, looks around the room and he's like, structure well made. Who did this?
There's a hobgoblin
Well, speak up.
snoring on the bed.
Kira will just point.
Oh. Fuzzy fellow.
Flint will walk up and say, "What happened to Calvio?
What happened to your stomach?
I ate a lot, and I enjoyed every bit of it."
You should see a doctor.
I'm happy with how I am.
I'm not.
I mean, you're inhabiting another person's body. I wouldn't be happy with myself either.
I'm not happy with you. I'm happy with me.
Oh. Well, no breakfast for you in the morning then. And he just walks off.
This is so hard to keep a straight face for. Lauren just shakes his head. Oh. Weird. And then walks over to the bed and lies down. Like, doesn't even ask if anyone else wants it, just walks to the bed and lies down.
The one that's upstairs? I think Klobar's on the one downstairs.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. So how's Marsica Kikira Siga reacting to that?
Well, I think I prefer Calvio.
Marsica understands, and so she's like, well, for one, she knows the head tenant is there, so whatever, and then she also understands why Calvio had to go away, so she's just like gonna let him do his thing.
You hear from Luren as he goes up the steps. An owl? Seriously?
Yeah, just remarks, wow, he's punchy.
He sure is.
Oh, fuck. Well, maybe tomorrow.
Aber.
Yes.
Question.
Answer.
So, thank you. I've got a spell called Calm Emotions.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if that would have any effect on Calvio and the head tenant.
That's my inclination is probably not, but that's ultimately up to David because it's his character and his role-playing deal.
Okay.
No.
No, it wouldn't do anything?
No.
Okay.
You're effectively dealing with another person at this point.
You're welcome to try, though.
Right. Yeah. What would Kikira do?
Like, in moments, like, right before Lauren took over.
That I could see being more of a possibility, but ultimately that's still up to David.
Yeah, I would say that it's it depends on who's driving. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Sounds good.
Michael said he'll be on in just a
I'm trying not to give
few.
away too much. Like, Aaron and I are on the same page, but I don't want to spoil the fun.
Yeah. And if I'm ever not being too vague, David, or if I'm being too revealing, David just be like,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Fuck up.
Shut up, dude. No. All right. Unless there's anything you guys would like to say or do, who's taking first watch?
Marsica?
Okay, Clobar, roll me a DC. Oh, you rolled a 1. Okay. Marsica, how long of a watch are you taking since you only need 4 hours of sleep?
She'll take as long of a watch as she needs to get her 4 hours of sleep.
So you're going to take the first 4 hours, basically.
Basically. Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, make me a perception check. Where is Fang?
He's gonna be by my side. Just
Okay.
chilling, hanging out.
Okay.
It's an 11. Plus. That's an 18.
18. All right. So, let's go here. It's so weird that the music is in a separate panel. All right. About 3 hours into your watch, it's dark. Very dark. Are you on the second floor looking out, or are you on the first floor?
Second floor looking out.
Okay. So, make sure we got here. Trying to make sure I've got the right thing.
What did you roll for us?
You hear some birds in the distance for a little bit. And as they eventually quiet, you don't notice it at first, but rolling an 18, you catch yourself, and it's eerie. Very eerie. You look out to the distance, and you see lights appear. Where are we at here? Someone is angrily clicking. There we go. Okay. You see, faint at first, on the plane, a dim light. And then a second one, a little bit nearby. And then a third. In the distance, at the edge of the tree line, behind the floating orbs of light, you see a humanoid-looking creature with a sword to its side, breathing heavily, looking at the tower.
Who's the nearest person to me?
Probably Calvio, since or Luran at this point, since he's on that on that. Yeah, I don't know actually. Since he's on the bed.
I'm gonna kind of smack him, but like be making a shushed face at him when he wakes up and looks at me.
Calvio?
Yeah, to wake him up.
Wow, you're lucky. So, as you hit him, I'm just like, oh.
And then I'm gonna have him come look out the window
I will get up and go look at the window.
and show him what I'm seeing.
What you see now is the creature, the humanoid figure, in the same posture, but he's moved forward in the clearing, surrounded by the 3 lights.
By the 3 lights. And they're not like other humanoids with torches or anything? It's just
Nope.
like 3
It's 3 floating
lights.
lights kind of going around.
I'm kind of glad it's Luron or Calvio because they might know what that is. She's gonna start getting like an arrow ready to shoot in case I need to.
Does this look familiar? This is to they don't know this, but this is Calvio.
Okay. Calvio, make me a religion check, I guess. Religion or history, whatever is easier for you.
6 with my half a dozen. Oh, it's shit. 11.
11. Oh, hey, Michael just joined.
Yo!
All right, cool.
Just
Let me
in time.
fix our Zoom thing here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can.
How is everyone today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Trying to get the rest of this stuff up. Just a second here.
So,
I'm gonna get these dice in jail.
so theoretically, this should fix everything, maybe.
Straight to jail. Roll less than
Awesome.
15, straight to jail.
So, does somebody want to recap Michael as to what's happened so far?
Heaven is the official recapper.
Alright, so we were in Andorra and we stayed at an inn after Calvio was being very picky about staying in an inn. So then we got on the road, it got very rainy, but Logan Glowar made a big old umbrella for all of us, magic umbrella, and we were walking and the rain went away, and then, we came up to the camp for the Andorran guards, but the White Cloak camp was nearby, and they were basically evicting the White Cloaks, yay. So we let them do their thing. We spoke to them briefly, nothing important. And then we made camp, but by making camp, Clobar was like, boom, tower, and we're in a big old 2-story tower right now, and there's a dude, humanoid, and he's like breathing heavily, and there's floating orbs, 3 of them, and that's all we really know right now.
There's
What
also
was
some
the-
shit going on with Calvio, and he was insulting you.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys think it wasn't Calvio, but it was the other guy in Calvio's head, but you're not really sure.
His name's Luron.
Oh, we knew. We talked to him.
Kakira,
Nobody
dude.
made insight checks. I don't know what the fuck you know.
What was that sleep?
It was pretty obvious, though.
Yeah.
Literally asked.
Not figuratively asked, but literally asked.
That's a good point.
Anyways, so what you see before you now, the figure has moved into the clearing in the same posture, and the 3 glowing orbs have surrounded him. Calvio, what did you roll again?
11.
11. You remember if you hadn't encountered these before, you would not know. You remember in the dungeon, spirits that came up from tombs. The orbs, at least around them, are will-o-wisps.
Those look like will-o-wisps. The things that we fought in the tomb.
Okay. So...
I would remember that, right? Yeah, I
You
would
would.
remember that. Yeah.
The illuminating the figure, you would see the gaunt white skin.
I don't think we should keep watching that. I'm gonna go get Kakira,
Okay.
and I'll wake up Kakira.
Okay.
Up and what?
You should come see this.
Okay, and she'll like groggily go to the window.
You see the same thing. It hasn't moved.
Okay. Can I use Eyes of the Grave and know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me?
It's a little bit outside of the range of 60 feet. I'll save you the trouble. You're a grave cleric. You know these are undead.
Okay. Cool. So I'll be like, yeah, they're all undead, and
As you're talking, it takes a step forward.
Hey, undead is a favorite enemy, is the second favorite enemy of Marsica, so hey.
So is it just the one thing with lights, or is it technically 3 wisps, or do we know?
There are 3 wisps and 1 undead figure. Getting closer, it seems to have some pretty vicious black armor.
Oh.
And it's eyeing the tower suspiciously.
I'm like, Marsica's ready to shoot. If they say something, she will shoot it.
Did anybody bother to wake Clobar up?
Clobar's still sleeping. Nobody's woken.
We should. Yeah.
I feel like, go
Calvio will go around and wake people up.
Are you doing so stealthily at this point?
In our own tower?
Hey,
it's
I
up
was
to you.
Waking you up.
No, I'm gonna be like, hey, everybody, get the fuck up.
All right.
Clover, hearing about the situation, is going to grumpily get out of bed, walk to the top floor of the tower, and open the window and shoot a fireball at the at whatever it is.
All right.
What?
Cool.
Was Flint
yeah.
asleep?
Flint probably just woke up at this point.
I tried to wake you up. Whether
So,
you wake up or not is beyond me.
Everybody,
Okay.
God,
go ahead, and I guess we're rolling initiative now. Let me
Do you
find.
have a map for my own
I do not have a map for your tower, so we're gonna get rid of those. Let's make sure.
God.
I'm gonna draw a square in which the tower is. How big is the tower, Logan?
It is. Let's see here. Each level is 10 feet tall and has an area of up to 100 square feet.
Oh God. It's all on the ground. So how many squares does it take up? Like a square foot by square foot?
Well, let's see here. 100 square feet. Divide that by 5.
That's a lot. Okay, I don't have a map big enough for this, so we're gonna do Theater of the Mind.
Okay.
So cool. Everybody has rolled initiative,
Yeah.
and we have entered combat. So they all need to make dexterity saving throws because they were all clumped together.
Question.
So
Just gonna imagine Grumpy at the...
answer. What's your
the
question?
Is the map still a big map, or did it zoom in and mine just didn't change?
I don't know. It shouldn't have zoomed in. Like, you guys shouldn't have seen anything change.
Okay.
Because
okay,
we're just gonna do Theater of the Mind because I don't have a map big enough for this.
Okay,
right
got
now.
it. I was just making sure.
Okay. So cool. So the 3 will-o-wisps are going.
LOL.
Roll for your damage, Clobar. Let's have that damage. You've been wanting to use fireballs for so long.
Also, look at my initiative. I crit
You crit? Oh God.
on my initiative, yeah.
Okay. Let me pull out the initiative tracker here.
Where are we on the map right now?
You guys are halfway in between the city of Andorra and Horadine's Hamlet. You're about right here. Hey, ping it. You're about right.
That is
there.
22 points of fire damage.
Oh my God. All right, I'm just gonna ask for people's names, and you're gonna just tell me the number. All right, Siga, what'd you get for initiative?
It's a 10.
10. Marsica.
I got 21.
Calvio.
17.
Flint.
14.
We're gonna change get rid of that. Kakira.
17.
Fang.
7.
Clobar.
21.
Nice. Okay, we'll say Clobar went first in front of Marsica because he acted. We're gonna say. And. Okay. They're going to roll just in case. Dex is... Oh, nice. That's still a 3, natural 3. God. Okay. And then... Oh, wait, no, not that one. It's this one that I needed. Sorry. And then this one. 13. And then now, numerically descending. There we go. Clobar, What's your DC?
Oh, I thought they already rolled for.
Oh, they haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
I
my
forgot.
DC is. Hold on. It is 15.
Okay, that one fails. That one fails. Dexterity?
Yep.
Man, they rolled. That one succeeds. So, how much
Okay.
damage do they take?
The ones that failed take 22. The ones that didn't fail take 11.
So that is exactly their hit points, is 22. So you watch as two of them just like, whoop,
Wait, when you say
disappear?
two of them.
two of the
undead?
will-o-wisps. Two of the lights, yeah. So this one...
But what about the undead figure? Did he have to make a roll?
Yes, he did. He also fails. And he looks pretty hurt.
LOL.
And so...
Clover's gonna yell out the window, "We don't want any! Get off my land!"
I feel like Clobar is just like the really grumpy old man group
He's used
that tells
his
really
bag.
great... Oh my god.
Stupid
Um,
dog! You make me look bad.
Oh my god. All right. Marsica, you're up.
Alright, she is going to cast, Hunter's Mark. There we go. Cast Hunter's Mark on the main guy in the
Okay.
middle.
Okay,
And
there's a
then,
bonus action. Now action.
she's going to attack, fight. 'Cause she's a +10 now.
Oh my god, freaking ranger.
Yeah. Oh wow. 25.
That hits. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
cool.
hits.
So if Marska ever misses, we know we're in some shit, guys.
Right?
1d8. I'll remind myself, and then plus a d6 if I remember correctly. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So come here. Oh, it's in my hand. All right. Cool. Oh, cool. 8
A lot of rolling.
plus. Yeah. I have to remind myself. Okay, there we go. 13 plus 4, 17 points of damage. Wait! 17 for the first one, but I get to attack twice now.
Oh my god. All right.
17 points. Let me roll for my second attack.
'Kay.
17 points of damage for that first one, though.
Okay.
Oh.
And you're
Wow.
attacking the main figure, right?
Yeah, the main guy.
Okay.
Okay. So that is a 17.
That hits.
Okay. And
Roll for damage.
ooh, not as good a roll on that. 2 plus, okay. $12 points of damage on the second one.
Okay. So, he's looking pretty hurt. He's not dead yet, but he's looking pretty hurt. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Kakira, you're up. Calvio's on deck.
How close is the creature and the wisp at this point?
I'd say it's probably about 100 feet away.
Oh, okay, 100 feet. Cool.
Yeah, it's walked closer since you guys started doing things.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and try a guiding bolt out the window.
Sure. Why not? Go for it.
And I'll be targeting the main undead.
Okay.
Just see everybody at this window like, no, wait, I gotta do it.
Yeah, right?
Like, we're like, all right, your turn, your turn.
My turn.
Yep. I mean, you guys haven't used your movement, so that's what I'm assuming is happening, basically.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, the 24 hits.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, one sec. I have to pull out my 4d6.
Does a 24 hit?
Oh, I'm throwing dice everywhere. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go.
The 24 doesn't hit on a random encounter table. Those are
Oh
some
my goodness! Are
fucked
you
random
serious?
encounter tables.
Wow, that's a bummer. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. He looks like you've like hit him, and you've like blasted some of the skin back, and you can see some of the bone on his face, but you kind of watch as he goes like just in your direction. He's looking pretty effed up.
Is he also glowy?
He is very glowy. Like whoever hits him, whoever attacks him next has advantage on the attack. All right. Anything else, Kakira?
Nope.
I'm assuming you're moving out of the way of the window.
Yes.
Calvio's up.
How far away is he? If I were to like get in melee range with him, how far would I?
It's 100 feet from the tower at the
oh,
moment.
Fuck that. Okay, yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
18, 25.
That hit, you said 25?
25.
Oh yeah, that hits.
2d10 of fire damage.
Oh, the minimum you can roll is 2 with that. So yeah,
Correct.
you like you hit him with that, and you watch as like you engulf the head in fire, and he falls.
Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm moving out of the way.
Okay, there's still one will-o-wisp there, so
100 feet away.
that's 100 feet away. Flint.
I'll walk down to the door, actually.
Okay, sounds good. Flint, you're up. What are you doing?
What time of day is it?
It's like middle of the night. Middle of the
Flint
night.
Just pokes his head out the window, looks back at everyone. Is like, breakfast?
Ah.
Dude, I imagine the fireball was pretty loud, right?
It's very loud.
I don't have anything that can hit that far, so I'm just gonna slowly step out of the way and like make my way over to whatever little fire thing we have.
Okay, I think there's a campfire on the bottom one, if I'm correct. Are you doing anything?
Fireplace.
That.
A fireplace. All right, that creature is dead. It is now the will-o-wisp's turn, and you watch as this will-o-wisp just, and the light goes out. So we can go ahead and exit combat now. What are you guys doing?
Thing
Go back to
followed
sleep.
Flint and is sitting and wagging his tail and staring up at Flint.
Some jerky, of course.
It is in the middle of the night, so if whoever stays up, you will possibly take a point of exhaustion. You won't get the benefits of a long rest.
I don't hear anything from alarm. Like this wisp didn't like come through the door or anything.
I'm checking something. Okay. Continuing on, you guys are making your way to sleep. Calvio a little bit on edge. About 5 minutes pass, and there is a ping that you get in your head from the alarm.
Calvio just shoots it back up. We're not done yet. And can I see anything?
Nope.
Calvio's just yelling, "It's still here! It's still here!"
Marsica's up. And
Um,
Fang is up.
Okay. Is Klobar gonna get up, or is Klobar just gonna roll over and go, oh?
And roll over.
Okay.
Marsica's got like her bow ready. She's like, if it pops up, she'll just shoot it.
So are you
Can I,
guys?
like, look down the stairs and see if I see anything by the door? Like, is
You
the
don't
door open or anything?
You don't
Anything
see
outside?
anything.
Marsica's looking out the window.
Who is currently downstairs?
Flowbar's downstairs.
Okay.
I guess Sega would be downstairs.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sleeping close to the fire pit.
Okay. So then everybody else would be
So
upstairs.
Kakira, Calvio, and Marska are upstairs. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming 3 guys are awake now since I'm
'kay.
screaming.
Unfortunately.
Siga, Klobar, Flint, roll me a d6 and tell me what you got.
Got a 4.
4. Klobar.
1.
1.
Oh,
Flint.
slash roll, Michael.
He's just grabbing his dice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What'd you get?
He got a 4.
He got a 4. So Klobar got a 1. As you come near the end, or looking over the edge of the stairs, Klobar, you feel. What is your armor class first?
I believe it is 11.
11.
Oh shit.
So. You feel a jolt of lightning hit you as you are trying to sleep. And you take 14 points of lightning damage as the light appears over you.
Alrighty.
And then that is the end of its turn. We're kind of in free form right now. I'm sure the first attack you guys do will probably kill this thing.
Do I see it from where I'm looking?
Both Calvio, Marsica, everybody sees it now.
A firebolt.
So-
Can I shoot it?
Bolt.
Yeah, so
Firebolt.
you guys go ahead and make your your attack rolls.
Yes.
It is over Klobar.
Can Klobar do something?
Klobar can move out of the way if he wants to.
Klobar's gonna like combat dive out of the way.
Okay.
Marcel rolled an 18.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
24 to hit.
Shoot, I forgot to move the my thing over to it. That's fine.
That's okay.
I rolled a 24 to hit, Aaron.
Oh yeah, that hits.
5 points of damage.
Okay, so roll the fireball too.
7
And-
points of fire damage.
With both of those, that's enough. You hit it with both those things and it snuffs out and
I was gonna say if
dissipates.
that wasn't enough, I still have my second attack to kill it too.
Yeah. So you guys both, as soon as it shocks Klobar out of his stupor,
Dive.
you, yeah, he just dives out of the way. So all is quiet again. You hear the night birds, the crickets.
Flint did
The
not
sound
wake
has
up
come
the
back.
second time. And like he just mutters incoherently after this and rolls over. He's like, potatoes, cilantro, bone broth.
Oh my god. I love it. Cool. So, anything else you'd like to roleplay? Or Marsica, who are you waking up for the next watch?
I'm gonna say maybe Seagate.
Sure.
Okay. So, Siga, we'll just fast forward through this because the next time, Siga, you go to sleep, whoever does the watch, you are, again, you find yourself dreaming of only blackness. In a void, you hear the chains clanging. What do? You find a moment and you think to move forward, and you can move forward ever so slightly within the void.
Okay, so then I probably would. And I'd also try to look around again.
Okay? Looking around, wandering in this void, moving towards the clanging sound. As you get closer, you hear them as large, giant chains and you hear the same as two incredibly large white eyes open, and you wake up again in the middle of the night.
Great. Sega wants to know what the fuck is going on. Has Sega read anything, or would he know anything?
It would be a very high DC, but you can make me a religion check for me.
Oh no. It's a 12.
You're too shaken to consider right now.
Fair enough.
Do you wake anybody up?
Probably not. I'd probably just wait until the morning to talk about it.
Okay. The morning goes by, or the rest of the evening goes by. You manage to get back to sleep, a little restlessly, but you do sleep. And who's the first up?
I'm making breakfast.
Flint is up.
Making waffles.
Yep.
Pancakes, bacon, pancakes.
Making bacon pancakes,
So.
bacon pancakes.
So, making breakfast. You all eat. Is there anything you all would like to say in the morning?
Can I eat Flint's special dish that we got?
He looked over you. You're reading it once and saw the first thing. Flint. It's up to Flint if he's prepared it or not.
Well, I have one that's pre-prepared. We all have one.
Oh, the if with the chef feet. Yeah. If you guys want to eat that, you should. Do you have that feet
What's it
up?
do again?
I do not have it up.
No, it does something.
Looking it up now.
Got it.
I don't know what this is.
Increase your Constitution or Wisdom score by 1 to 19,
So-
20. Oh, not that. Oh, it's the other one.
So it's when you guys take a long rest or a short rest, you can use this to regain extra hit points with your hit dice. You regain an extra 1d8 of hit points if you take a short rest.
So, knowing where we are, would we be able to make it to Horadin's Hamlet
By
in
the
this
end
day?
of the day. Yes, by the end of the day you would. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm eating the shit out of this just in case we take a short rest.
Okay.
I am going to ask Klobar if he can help me translate a recipe that I believe to be in Goblin.
Certainly.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, Klobar, you look at the recipe, and it is indeed based in Goblin, but it is a code. If you would like, you could make me a investigation check to try and crack the code.
Sure. And I'm going to replace that check with one of my crits.
Okay. So you don't have the time to write it all down, since it's it's really not that complicated of a recipe, and you can explain it, but you have to write it down later. You know this as a traditional dish for hobgoblin warriors called Kuchun roast. They the higher levels within the military, those that have learned to use magic or mysticism, have put their magic into the food, and it can add damage for one physical weapon strike for the day. And so I'll send the exact thing to Flint. I think I already have but he just didn't know that he didn't technically know the recipe yet.
Exactly.
So later today or this evening, you can transcribe the rest of the recipe out. Cool?
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
I like graciously thank Clobar. I give him like I try to do a deep bow and like kind of get stuck a little trying to bend over. I'm like, thank you.
Clovar says, please, we don't do that here.
But still, thank you. I like hand you a piece of jerky.
Clovar accepts the jerky.
Nice. So,
I'm
are you
still the
guys...
man.
Are you on your way to Hordine's Hamlet, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Did
Oh.
we get the benefits of a long rest?
You did get the benefits of a long rest. Mm-hmm.
Did see.
Just
it.
checking.
Siga did. Yes.
Over breakfast, Siga definitely would have talked about his dream again and brought up the fact that it changed and that this time he could move and that there were white eyes. And he definitely would have been looking at Calvio. Been like, I know you said red eyes before.
Do white eyes mean anything to me, and chains and any of that crap?
Sounds awfully familiar, but it's not... It's different from what you experienced. There were no chains in the dream you experienced.
Right.
Kakira
I'm sure that
looks
wouldn't
like-
be any different for Luran, would it?
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
Kakira, you could... Hearing this, you can make a religion check for me.
Okay. She's also slightly irritated that the spell didn't do anything to help.
Would Flint know anything about this being College of Lore?
It'd be hard, but you can make me a religion check for me, too. It would be a higher DC for you.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah! Nice.
About time.
What's the total?
Good.
25.
25. Excellent. This sounds an awful lot like the chains. It almost scares you to think that this might be the chained one reaching out. And why is this person? Why is this entity reaching out to Siga?
Okay. I'll just go ahead and say that. But Kakira looks like terrified when she says that.
Would the chained one feel familiar to Calvio?
I mean, he's kind of like the boogeyman
Yes,
in
I
this.
have it written down.
So, so he's
I was gonna
he's.
say it.
Oh, I mean, if you want to talk about it, if you have the notes.
No, all I had
Feel free.
was, okay, so Marsica, maybe it was during the orcs, I don't know, but I have it written down that the chained one is like the boogeyman, and Marsica knows that he's a deity figure who gained power.
That gained power. Yep. And that's about all you guys know. Most people don't really know that much. They consider him to be just the boogeyman. They tell bad stories. The chain one's gonna come get you. He'll break his chains.
We don't know what to do to take care of that, right?
Does Kakira know of anything that could help or
If protection from good and evil didn't help, it would probably take a much more powerful spell. Something. With the 25, you think maybe, just for me thinking off the top of my head, with somebody residing within the Hallow spell. Like you sanctify a land that becomes holy, and it protects it from certain.
Oh, that's not sanctuary, is it?
I don't think so. I'll have to look, but it's either Sanctuary or Hallow. I'm pretty sure it's Hallow is the one I'm thinking of.
I also have Magic Circle. I don't know if that would. Maybe not.
That helps against lesser things,
Okay.
like something like Helmina. Yeah,
Would Siga know anything from reading all of his lore back then?
Make me. Again, it'd be hard. Make me an Arcana or Religion check.
18. No.
It's not coming to you. Yeah. You think there should be something? Like there's... Yeah, but the knowledge isn't recalling.
Siga's definitely unsettled. But he's not quite sure what to do about it. So he's just kind of sitting there, very quiet.
Okay. So.
Guess we should get moving.
You guys make your way. The day goes by relatively uneventfully, but for formality, who is keeping watch as you walk? Like who's...
Probably
Can or
Marsica?
Marsica. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so both of you guys go ahead and make me perception checks.
Perception, go. Ooh, that's pretty good. 24.
Nice.
Marsica got a 14.
So, Calvio, very briefly, you almost don't catch it. Very briefly, you see a shadow of something that was flying overhead, and then it disappears. And you quickly look up, and you see nothing.
Just hear Calvio grumbling.
Well, speak your mind.
Have we seen anything flying above us?
Like, recently? Or...
Yeah, like, not the bat, like recently.
No, not since the bat that I can recall.
I just keep feeling like I'm seeing shadows of something above us. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know.
Alright, well...
I just I look around again to see if I see anything, and then I guess keep going.
Maybe you are crazy, but we can keep an eye out.
Calvio sighs and says, "This is about last night, huh?"
Nah, we're fine.
Can Klobar make an insight check into that?
Sure, what are you trying to discern?
He's trying to determine if it's actually fine.
Okay, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that.
Then walks up to Calvio and like passes him a piece of jerky. To maybe it's low blood sugar.
You know, I don't know if they know about blood sugar in this, but
Anyone knows.
Maybe you're just hungry.
if anybody knows, it's Flint. Yeah.
Calvio takes it and like takes a bite out of it, nods, and it's like, "Hey, you know that wasn't actually me talking. I know it's confusing because it's like physically me, but not like mentally me."
Yeah, Luron introduced himself to us.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, Klobar, what was the insight check? Before I forget about it.
It's a 15.
You 15? Okay. I would say that would be enough. Marsica, are you being genuine in that it's all okay or not?
I'm genuine.
Okay.
Like, I'm not freaked out by Luron or anything. I don't think the way I see Marsica is that she's just like, she's a woodsy elf and like doesn't, I mean like, She doesn't care if you're possessed by a friendly elf guy. So
Sounds good.
You're friendly, it's
Not
good.
friendly.
Moderately friendly. Anyway.
Fair enough. All right, go ahead and continue. Sorry.
I'm sure what I was saying. Oh yeah, but it basically like it's not Calvio, it's Loren basically.
He made that very clear.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of weird being in the passenger seat of your own head.
And to be honest, it is partially our fault because we kind of did that to you.
Well, if you hadn't, I wouldn't be here. So there's that. It seems like he's talked to you guys more than he's talked to me now.
I don't know if talked more than punched would have been correct.
Oh, he actually punched somebody?
Oh, no. Like,
Oh, okay.
He was being a little bit sassy, I think.
Oh, yeah, he can...
he's got a mouth.
I mean, I have a mouth.
But not in the same way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like physically, you do have a mouth.
Sometimes it feels like it bleeds over. Like sometimes I say things that he wants me to say. It's really weird. I don't really know where the line is.
Before I forget, David, go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Oh. Basically, you're not really like Calvio doesn't know what the hell's going on. He just knows that he wasn't driving, and he only knows like the bits and pieces of what happened, like here and there. He definitely remembers insulting the shit out of Flint, and feels really bad about it.
What happened?
Loren basically calls you fat, and said that he didn't like you because you were overweight and that you should go see a doctor.
Oh. All right, so
No
since
fat
that
shaming.
happened, Flint's been depressed.
Oh.
Clobar, noticing that Flint seems down, goes over and gives him an inspiring speech, and he's gonna use his other crit for that speech.
So, Clobar comes over and rouses your spirits. You feel a little bit better, and
I'm gonna just make the best meal I've ever made tonight, just for you, Clobar.
I will eat it very gladly.
Like, just nods, strokes his beard, just like.
Feeling still terrible, Calvio is gonna take the unknown ring that he still doesn't know what the fuck does from his pack and walk over to Flint and be like, I have been trying to figure out what this does, but it looks cool, and please accept this as my apology. And we'll give you an unknown ring.
I like kind of put my hand up for a second, just put it up. I'm like, are you sure you want to give such a valuable thing to me?
I don't know if it's valuable, but I don't have anything else to give you. I don't have food.
I don't expect any kind of compensation. We all wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Sure, we'll call it that.
My culture, receiving a ring would be a proposal of marriage.
Flint like
Calvio
blushes
awkwardly
and looks
puts
at
the
Calvio.
ring back in his bag, nods, and walks away and just keeps going down the road.
Flint just kind of nods and is like, well, all right then.
I think you can do better than him, Flint.
This nutters. I don't understand.
I've always dreamt of a gorgeous, if you can imagine it, shorter dwarf than I, to always make a good meal for, but I haven't found her yet.
Clobar wraps his arm around and he says, no, you need a big, strong hobgoblin woman.
I just want a woman I can feed fully, and someone who's not going to shame me for my weight as I glance over at Calvio.
Oh.
Calvio just looks down in shame.
Just, oh, I'm just giving you a hard time, that's all.
Tavio doesn't say anything, just looks sad.
I walk over and I've got one last piece of jerky, and I'm just like, don't feel sad. Eat this and feel glad.
I take the jerky and just hold it and put it in my pocket.
Maybe we'll make you more than skin and bone just yet.
I like look at myself like, what? Okay.
Just nods and keeps going.
All right. You continue along for a few more hours, and as the sun begins to set, in the distance down the hill, you see the familiar buildings of Horadine's Hamlet. The small waterfall, the ruined fort, and something like 20 tents set up on the other side of the river from the Cherry Blossom Inn.
Klobar's never been here before, right?
Klobar has not. And neither has Siga or Flint, actually.
Oh, wow.
So, as you guys
Wait,
descend...
wouldn't I have been here?
No, you were not here at this point
in a
at the campaign.
previous adventuring party.
You may have walked through Horadine's Hamlet, but Michael was not here for Horadine's Hamlet.
Okay.
Right. So Flint, you know about it, and you've walked through it. So as you guys descend the hill, you see the almost the most pristine example of a hamlet, a small town, only 5 buildings, if my memory serves me correctly, 4 small homesteads, and a modest 2-story inn. What's the excitement about what's happening right now?
Read later, it'll be okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right later. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see later. I'm just excited.
There's a little bit of bustling in the town. At this point, you see a set of ruins off to the western side of town at the edge of the tree line. A little bit of a trek, but fairly close. You walk down, continue down the hill, and as you walk, you notice 2 soldiers that are looking around the town. They look familiar to you. One of them, the round face of Borin, looks up and says, "Oh my God." And he says, "Mordecai, come! We have company." And Mordecai comes from around a nearby building, rushing up, and he says, "What? I'm sure you heard the news. We weren't expecting you to come to our aid. I assume that's why you're here."
Of course.
What do you know?
We know Gorlin was attacked by orcs, and that there are survivors taking refuge.
Yes. If you want to walk with me, it is evening, and you see around the tents the refugees are currently making dinner. And he says, "I definitely understand you all must have been traveling through the night. If you wish to stay at the inn, or if you want to come and speak, we are at your disposal." Looking around, you see 3 other guards are patrolling Horadine's Hamlet.
Where are and the survivors are just kind of like spattered around?
Yeah, for the most part, they're huddled around the tents. They're huddled around a little bit north of where Horadine's homestead is.
Are they not evacuating the survivors to Andorra at least? Because I feel like...
This is as far as they've gotten.
Oh, I see. So they're in the process.
Yeah, this is as far as they've been able to get in the time they were given. with how many people there are.
While we're talking to him, I'll snap and have Aldra pop up on my shoulder and say, "Find her," and have her fly around to find Aldra.
Okay. Doesn't take too long. Aldra is sitting on a log outside of a tent, just her head drooped over, looking into a bowl of soup.
Aldra will land on Aldra's shoulder and like pop pop and like nuzzle and then fly back to me.
And she jumps for a second and looking up. She sees you, drops the soup, and runs up towards you, and not even
Flint
paying
see
attention.
her drop the soup?
Yeah, Flint sees her drop the soup.
The soup in his mage hand.
He like jaw drop, just.
Clobar, make me a dexterity check. Or,
Would it be intelligence because I'm doing it with a spell?
yeah, let's do Arcana
Oh, okay.
to try and catch it. Or your spell attack. Spell attack. What do we got?
That is a 12.
That is the DC to catch it. So you shoot your mage hand out and grab it before the soup falls and spills.
Flint lets out like a sigh of relief. He's like, "Ah."
Oh my god. And Aldra runs up and like almost tackles Calvio, giving him a hug.
I of course hug back and immediately ask what happened.
She stops. She tries to stalk, and tears begin to stream down her face. Through tense words, through the tears, she says, It all happened so fast. I was near the north end of town, running some errands for the inn, and there was no alarm. All of a sudden I just heard screaming, and I looked back, and Torin had taken an arrow to his back. And she begins to cry again.
I'll just like pat her on the back and like, it's okay. We are here now.
Gorengard said something about a duo of metal men.
Marsica's looking around. Does she see Excelsior and maybe plus friend anywhere nearby?
You don't see Excelsior looking around. Aldra would say, yes, so I don't know anything about that. I know Anastasia, the girl, says she saw something, but I did not.
What about her parents?
She kind of looks down.
I will look at Aldra, and say, find her.
Anastasia is doing her best to play with some of the other kids from Gorlin. You can tell she's moving a little bit slower than them in playing, but she's up. She's about.
Aldra will like go over and like flutter in front of her a little bit to try and like get her attention. And then,
her face brightens and she's watching the owl.
Then like land on her shoulder and like boop, boop, nuzzle her head a little bit.
Anastasia definitely nuzzles in. Is just like, oh, little birdie.
The owl gets off of her shoulder and like flies a little bit in front of her and then looks back and is like trying to make it look like follow me.
Looks back, and she says, "Oh, okay, I'll follow you."
And then Aldra flies back to us, making sure that Anastasia can keep up.
Okay. And she comes up fast enough, and she looks up and says, "Oh, I don't recognize some of you, but is that Calvio and Marsica?"
It is. I will walk over to her, and I'll tell Aldrin to land on her shoulder, and like hop a little closer to her head, and I'll like crouch in front of her, and ask, "How are you doing?"
Well, Papa's not here.
Did you see Excelsior?
Excelsior saved us.
He
He
saved
was
you?
there. He was fighting them. He was fighting the orcs. He made it so I could get away.
Do you know where he is now?
I was running and I looked back and all I saw was him fighting. And one of the other kids, he said that he saw a hooded figure just walking, two hooded figures walking into the Badlands. I think that was Excelsior. He had a new friend. I didn't have time to ask him. I wanted to ask him where you all were.
Well, he chose to go on his own journey. So he's no longer traveling with us, but he's still a friend, and we were just wondering.
Oh. Well, if it wasn't for him, I'm glad he came. I would have been... I don't think I could have made it.
Well, we're glad that everything turned out well. How have you been doing since? How is it here?
She just kind of looks at the ground and shuffles her feet and shrugs.
Would you like to meet a friend of mine?
She looks up and nods.
I pick Anastasia up and put her on my shoulders. I'm assuming she's small enough to put on my shoulders.
Yeah, she is small enough.
Okay, otherwise this would be really awkward.
It's she comes up and like she has a little giggle as you put her on your shoulders, and
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, continue.
After I get her on my shoulders, I'll be like, now this is something you've never seen before, but it's really cool. Okay. This might be one of the smartest people I know.
Oh.
Okay.
I like smart people. I'm very smart too.
Yes, you are. And you like meeting new people, right?
I do like meeting new people.
And I'm sure Excelsior talked to you about meeting new people that don't look like you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, he did. Okay. I mean, he didn't say anything, but he didn't look like me, and he was fine.
And then I will walk over in front of Siga so that, and I'm assuming at this point Anastasia is basically like head height because of the difference between the two of us.
She looks at Siga. Siga, do you have your hood up at this moment, or is your hood down? Like
I would have had my hood up. Yeah.
Okay. So she would still see the snout, and she'd like look in the hood, and her eyes would grow wide a little bit, but she wouldn't pry.
This is my friend Siga.
Hello, Siga.
Siga has a deep love for children because they have such an innocence.
Mm-hmm.
So would very slowly turn his head so she can see all of him and slowly take off his head off her foot. Sorry, I keep hearing myself in the feedback and it's...
That's totally fine. No worries.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And as you pull the hood back, her eyes just grow wide, and she goes like, "Wow, you look really cool."
And I tap Anastasia and be like, "Shh, we don't want to ruin the surprise for everyone."
And Anastasia leans in. She says, "I like your purple horns." And leans back out.
Siga kind of turned his head and said, "You want to touch him?"
Yeah.
He would turn his head so that she could touch his horns.
And Anastasia reaches out and touches them and really gently And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
They're probably really cold to her touch, just
Yeah.
by the way.
Just barely just like touching it.
And then he would say, I'm glad you like them. They're my favorite color.
And she just nods and she's like, I don't want to give anything away, so I'm going to stay quiet. But you're very cool.
Thank you very much.
Sika
I'd
is
probably
very
put my
cool.
hood back up.
Yeah.
I've got one more friend for you to meet.
Okay.
This one's cool too. He
Okay.
can do really cool things.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll walk over to Clobar, and I'm assuming like maybe a little taller than Clobar, but not much taller.
Yeah, a little bit taller than
Pretty sure.
Clobar.
Oh,
I'm
Logan's not
looking
here.
over.
Damn it.
Yeah, Logan went to the bathroom.
Come back, Logan.
Oh, and
Come
Logan's back.
It worked.
Perfect.
It worked.
Logan
Wow,
has been
good
summoned.
summoning.
Ask and you shall receive. So now I'm in front of Clobar with Anastasia, like just a little bit taller than you, not much.
And she's like,
And I say, this is my friend Clobar.
Hi, Clobar.
We're going to take back your home.
Okay. That would mean a lot. I miss my bed.
Clobar pulls out his thermos and uses shape water to make a little flower out of water, and he gives it to her.
She takes it and she's like, "This is beautiful."
He
Thank
freezes
you.
it so then he freezes it so it doesn't just explode.
She tries to like start putting it in her hair and have it up to her head, and then she realizes it starts to melt as it, and she just like holds it like awkwardly as a girl does, as like little kids do. And she's like, "Thank you. You have very cool friends, Calvio."
Yeah, do you remember all the books that I was reading and trying to find all the cool stuff that I could do?
Yeah, I do.
Clobar's really, really good at all of that stuff. He knows more about it than I do.
Is that how he could do this?
Exactly.
I was gonna try and do it when nobody was watching, but I don't think I can.
I don't know. You might be able to.
Can Clobar try and teach her the spell?
Yeah, you can try. It would take some time. You would know it'd probably take a few days.
While this is going on, I'm gonna walk over and check the quality of the stew.
Damn it.
Make your survival check. Clobar, go ahead and she has to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
And she's gonna do it with advantage since you're helping her, and it's gonna be significant help.
Would I be able to help since I basically learned this from scratch like her? Or
Sure.
would it not matter because I don't know this spell?
You're doing control water. Is that the
Shape
spell?
water, yeah.
Shape water. I would say since you don't know the spell, no.
Okay.
Not able to help.
Okay.
But with Clobar helping, it is a significant advantage. Nice. So, with that, you see that she's already getting like some of the hand shapes, and she can say the word crystal clear. It's some of the like hand shapes aren't quite correct. You think a little bit more help with her tomorrow, and she'd be able to do it.
Clobar says, "Come and find me tomorrow. We're getting close."
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely come by and say hi. With this interaction, you see her spirits have significantly raised.
I'll like pick her up off of my shoulder and spin around a little bit, and then put her down. And I'll ask, where are you staying tonight?
She points to one of the tents.
I take it the ends are pretty full here too right now.
Yeah.
Calvio would know this, not asking her.
Yeah, there's those that don't have tents are probably in the inn, like those that had a little bit more money paying for spots and things. Yeah.
Would I know if there was space for 2 more people if Clobar were to make his tower again?
I don't know. You can make me an intelligence check, and if it's high enough, Clobar can say.
10 plus 4, 14.
14. I'd say that's enough to know. Well, would there be enough in there, Klobar?
Yeah, there should be.
Okay.
Then Calvia would turn to Klobar and ask, are we planning on staying in your tower again?
I don't know. Are you planning on staying in my tower again? I was thinking of making the bottom level a like a lounge with sofas and chairs. So if people would be okay sleeping on sofas.
That sounds good enough to me. So, I'm not going to complain about that anyway. I'll look at Aldra, not Owl Aldra, and Anastasia, and say, I think we can do you a little better than tents tonight.
Clover like rubs his hands together. He's like, "Oh, can I do it? Can I do it?"
I will just like open my arms for us to go find a place to put the tower down.
Or rise.
There's
the
plenty of
tower
space.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll like lean down to Anastasia and be like, watch this.
Clover's gonna try and find a place kind of close to the road out. So in case,
closer to the ruins, or
like,
or
to
on the
road
other
towards
side
where Gorlin was.
Okay.
So like, he's gonna throw a few extra windows on the top level just so he can keep an eye on the road.
Basically, have arrow slits and things out.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's enough. You go to the other side of the Fragon River and place your tower down.
Yep, and this time, bottom level lounge with sofas and chairs, top level bedroom.
Okay. As soon as you complete your spell and it goes whoo, and takes up the space, Anastasia, sorry, I got stuck on the word on her name. Anastasia is in awe, and so is Aldra. Everybody that sees it comes out. They have not seen this level of magic before, if they've seen magic at all living on the fringes. And not before long, coming from the Cherry Blossom Inn, you hear, "Now what is that unsightly piece of shit in the road?" And a cane walking out, you see Old Man Horadine come out of the inn.
I had a feeling we were going to see you eventually, Horadine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're here, but there's a lot of people in my hamlet.
We are working to take care of that problem for you, sir.
Soon there will be hamless people.
Boo.
I'll hit you with this cane.
Does
Who are
not
you?
See that
What's...
Clover also walks with a cane?
That's true. He
cane.
probably that's.
Cane with his cane.
Kink.
He's like,
Da, da, da.
oh my god, yes. And he kind of like, he's like, touche. Why are you here, Hobgoblin? I know most of these folk, but hamless people.
Helping these fine folk.
And it's interesting for your kind. Oh my god, Logan, you're shaking your bed and it's shaking the mic. You're like, wooga 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 wooga.
Clover's gonna try and intimidate him and be like, "Excuse me, that is racist."
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead, make me an intimidation check.
Don't forget about Flint's check on that suit, by the way.
Oh, yes. What was the survival? Thank you.
It was
I
a
think you
4.
rolled a 4. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't really tell.
I was gonna
man.
say instead of after he looks at the soup and thinks it's okay, he's gonna start playing his Joban and try and like sing of, even the darkest nights, there's always going to be a beautiful sunrise. Like try and lift the
Say a
spirits of
beautiful
everybody in the area.
Oh my God, look.
Logan!
It's just so funny.
Oh, that is a nat 20 for my performance check. With
Nice.
my plus 10, that is a 30.
We'll get there. So with the with the intimidation check, how much was the intimidation check?
That was 11.
11. He kind of like shrinks back and says, Well, I had friends that fought in the war with your kind, and I was not too keen on some of them. I'm a little on edge.
Clovar says, we all bleed the same color.
I don't know. I've never seen a hobgoblin bleed.
Well, perhaps you're not good enough of a warrior.
It's a good thing I like to farm. And he just like gruffly storms off.
Before he, like, as he walks away, Kakira's gonna be like, are there any injured folk around?
He says, there's a few of those refugees that seem to need some help.
Can you tell me where they are?
He lifts his cane towards the tents.
Kakira's
As
just gonna head
he's
in that
walking.
direction.
Just as saltily as possible.
Clovar says, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Clovar says, you were mentioning the mysterious door in the ruins nearby. Would anyone like to go with me to look at it?
Calvio definitely will. So Calvio will say, yes, let me make sure they get inside okay. And then we can go.
They get inside and they're hanging out by the fire. They're very cozy.
I'll call out to Flint and say, oh, well, he's performing outside. Never mind.
Oh,
Be
30
doing it in front
performance
of the
check.
tower.
Yeah.
You're doing it from where?
In front of the tower.
Oh, okay.
That way I
out
can
there.
see who's coming in and out, and I can keep an eye on our guests.
So, even so, like with a 30 performance check, you start bringing people over from the refugee camp, and you're starting to create a little audience is coming and watching you play, and you can tell people are starting to dance, and their spirits have significantly been raised.
I'll kneel down to Anastasia and say that's my friend Flint.
You got so many cool friends.
They are really
I
cool.
think you think Excelsior would like him.
I think so. Yeah.
I miss him.
I miss him too. I miss him a lot, actually. Now you stay here and hang out with my friend Flint.
Okay.
And you saw my other friend that went over to the refugees, right?
Yeah.
I'm referencing towards Kakira. Make sure you stay with them and with Aldra, and I'll be back soon, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll leave to go with Clovar to the ruins.
Okay.
Where I knew where. And I'm assuming I remember all this.
Mm-hmm. You do remember this part. Kakira, you don't need to make a medicine check. The people who are there they have minor injuries, like some cuts, probably from scrambling to try and get out. A few people have like broken fingers and toes, and things like that. That's like the extent of it. So I wouldn't even make you roll a medicine check. Like spending the evening with them, it would help them with the injuries that they've taken.
So, would I use spell slots or anything, or
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Just with your ability to help heal people. You are there, helping them. Is there anything Marsica is doing before we pan over to Clobar and Calvio, going to check out the Marsica and Siga rather, before we pan over to Calvio and Clobar?
Marsica's just gonna stay by the tower with Anastasia and Aldra, since that way they have definitely a friendly face in the area, and with
Okay.
Fang there just being like puppy. So.
Sika?
Yeah, Zika probably would have hung around the tower too. Probably around Mars and Fang.
Okay. Clobar and Calvio, you make your way over to the ruin, and if I remember correctly, Excelsior put a big old boulder on top of it. Right?
I think so, yeah.
Or was that...
Son of a bitch, he did.
So you go there, and there's a boulder on top of this trapdoor heading down.
I will ask Clobar to help me move this giant ass boulder.
You're going
What's an
to
ass boulder?
ask the man
I don't-
with one arm, one actual arm, to help you lift this boulder.
Are
And
you
look,
complaining when it's only the two of
I
you?
look at Clobar as he's saying this and just like squint at him like, not you, like you've got spells and shit. Help me.
Like, I'm not just gonna fireball this boulder out of the way.
Yeah, but you'll just fireball a bunch of wisps.
It worked, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Clobar is going to try to help. Help
So I'm gonna attempt to push.
this boulder.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a... Clobar and Calvio are going to attempt to push the boulder
Yep.
with strength? Okay. One of you can make the strength check with advantage, or you can both make it. Athletics.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm not strong, so.
Yeah, I'll roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Not that one. 18?
18. Yeah, that's enough. It hurts trying to push it, but you manage to get it over, and the trapdoor is open.
Damn that stupid robot. Ugh. I'm like rubbing
Really
my
would like
arms.
to meet this guy. He seems like such an interesting character.
He really is. And I just like kind of like shake out my arms and then open the trap door. And I'm assuming it's still dark, so I'm going to take out my gem of light and shine it down there and start walking down.
There's the... As you open the trapdoor, walking down, you see the light. The first thing you notice is that there is dust on the floor. They... You continue to walk. And where are you heading? You know that there were the quarters, there was the tomb, there was... Are you going specifically to check out the altar, the door?
Yeah,
the
where we
vault?
fought the demon, yeah.
Okay. Walking inside, what languages do you guys speak?
All of them?
Oh, yeah, and fucking... Yeah. Are you going to cast Comprehend Languages?
So I will relay to
I think
Clobar
I see.
everything that we know about this stupid door and that we couldn't figure out what it said or what it did, and then make canon his comprehend language.
Yeah, I
Okay.
speak Abyssal, Common, Goblin, and Infernal.
I speak Celestial.
Okay, so between the both of you, Calvio, you can read the top line, and then both of you can read the second line, and Clobar can read the bottom line.
Oh, I think
So-
actually we did figure this out because it
Yeah.
is the as above, so below, but not in those words.
I mean, basically, I guess. What it says is the Lord of above will recognize the Lord of this land. In common, in the second line, the Lord of this land will be recognized as the Lord of this keep. And then in abyssal, below the door, but the master below will rise to challenge an unsuspecting upstart.
Clobar is gonna think really hard about everything that they saw in the laboratory and see if he can draw any parallels between what they saw there and this door.
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. 18.
18. Other than the connection of something from below reaching out, not much of a connection that you can glean.
Clover is going to look at Calvio and say, what if we read this text out loud in its native languages?
Maybe. Can I... So it's the altar, and this is on the wall, and there were like runes and stuff around it or something?
Mm-hmm. It's runes and language.
I'll say, let me try something first. And then I'll put my hand on it and cast Identify.
Okay. So, the door is magical. With Identify, you would know that a certain condition would need to be met for this door to open. Specifically, ownership of land and some magic tied to that.
Interesting. I'll relay this to Clovar.
This land is your land.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Same.
So would that mean like we would have to own this land, or would it be about the previous owner?
Make me an intelligence check.
Him or both of us?
Both of you guys, since he said that out loud, I'm assuming.
Yes, I would have said that out loud to Clovar.
Okay. What do we got?
Oh God, 6.
6, and what is Clobar's?
10.
10. Not really much is coming to you guys.
Or says, I still think we should try reading the text.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll try that.
So, you read the text out loud in their native language, and nothing happens.
Okay, one more thing. Back up.
I'll back up.
Clovar is going to cast Fireball at the door.
Okay. You cast Fireball, and there's this loud sound. Does anybody else have a passive perception higher than 18? Any of you?
Not passive.
No, not passive perception.
Passive
Pika does.
perception.
I have 18.
Do
So
I get any bonuses for having the glasses?
not with passive perception.
Okay.
Sorry. You hear ever so faint, just a sound. The door is steadfast. Around it, you see a blast mark in the stone, but the door itself remains the same.
You just like that spell.
It's a lot of fun.
You're gonna have to teach me that one. Because all I have is this, and I cast Firebolt on the door.
Okay, you hit the door.
Maybe if we both learn it and cast it on the door at the same time.
Big brain ideas.
I like how you think. I still don't think we're
dwarf
gonna
in the
open the door
party.
that way.
Did you hear what Michael said?
No, what do you say?
There is a dwarf in the party. I do have stone cunning.
Oh. Well, you're noodling. You're being a
not
musician
here.
right now.
If you guys wanted to, but he is not there at the moment.
We're gonna go get Flint.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here and like try and figure out. Actually, I'll be like, hey, wait, before you go, and we'll walk over to the vault and see if there's anything else left in the vault. And I'll show him like the arcane lock and all that crap that we figured out.
I think you guys picked the vault clean. Looking around, just quickly, yeah. The vault has been picked clean.
But Clovar would say, seeing the where the glyph of warding was you're lucky y'all didn't get blown to Kingdom Come.
Yeah, probably. And then I'll walk back over to the blasted wall as he goes to get Flint.
Okay. So, going to get Flint, you bring him down. Flint, you're as interested as you are about coming down in there. It is starting to get dark outside at this point, and they bring you before this great large door.
Damn. So that'd be a 16.
16? Is that with the advantage?
Yeah, that's with my proficiency bonus double being with stone cunning.
You would know with a 16 and the stone cunning that there was a story behind something like this. You don't remember the specifics, but you remember something about a mage and a massive either tunnel complex, labyrinth. That's what's kind of making you think of this childhood story.
Oh, this store reminds me of a tale that my my adoptive father would tell me. I can't remember it fully, but something about a labyrinth and a great mage of some kind. That's about all I'm recalling on this right now, guys.
Well, we found other things that said that this was a mage. I wish I had the stupid book that told me. I really should keep all of my notes in the same fucking book.
What about the regular book?
Was that Horadine? No, or Ismail? My notes are not very...
You found a note from Ismail down here.
That's who it was. Yeah, Ismail.
To the previous mage that owned this keep.
Wait, do I have that in my thing?
And that was the mage that we saw.
Letter to Magister Strin, yeah.
Magister Strin.
The crystal ball.
Says you should ask your head tenant.
Huh. Who has the letter?
I think you do.
Oh, do I have it?
I think so. If you don't, I can pull it out and give it to you.
No, I mean, I have it. I can see the letter in Roll20, but I don't know if I have it.
I'm pretty sure you're holding on to it.
Cool, then I will show it to Clobar.
Okay.
And say we found this here and that we think that this is... The Magister Strin is the previous owner.
Before he starts reading that, Flint looks up and he's like, "Well, gentlemen, seeing the time, and if that's all you have need of me, I must prepare dinner." Start to walk off back towards the tower.
I'm like watching Flint walk away while I'm holding out the letter to Clovar, just like, oh, okay.
Logan has seen the letter, so I won't go through reading it again. You can look in the handout if you want a reminder. Are you going to do anything else while you're down here?
We can't hear you, Logan.
Can't hear me?
No, we can now.
Okay. Well, I said a few times that you should ask your head tenant if he knows anything.
Does this mean anything? Any of this mean anything to Loren?
Are you gonna ask him?
Sure. So you'll see me kind of like close my eyes for a second and ask Loren if he knows anything about this place.
And basically you get back from him. He doesn't know anything about this place. He knows that Ismail knew a lot of people and knew his way around. and he would say something to the effect of, Ismail had powerful friends.
Do I get the feeling that he knows more and is holding back, or if this is all he knows?
And after a while, he would say, Ismail was a good friend of mine.
Okay. Did Ismail know anyone who wore a red cloak?
Ismail often wore a red cloak. He would say there would be years, 50 to 100 years, in which Ismail would disappear, and that he would show up again at dire points.
50 to 100? Hang on, I need to write this down. Okay. And then I would ask, do you know about Ismail saving a child?
He would say that no, it was after his time probably if he did.
Okay. I'll come back to from Clovar's perspective and ask him if he knows anything about a powerful mage that would appear in times of great strife.
Would Clobar know anything?
It'd be a high DC, but go ahead and make me a history check.
Okay. Nope.
What do we got?
A natural 1 plus 7.
Yeah, you're not sure?
Didn't mean to roll that.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn it. Ah, man.
Well, I'm very interested in this door, and I very much want it open, but it doesn't look like there's anything we can do at this particular moment.
No. And there's like nothing else in this room at all. Just door, runes, writing.
Nope. Door, runes, writing, and then the old like summoning circle at the bottom, at the floor that you guys have long dealt with, long ago.
Okay.
And blast marks.
And blast marks, yes.
And blast marks, yes, and the blast marks
there's
from
like
trying
a
to throw
big one
fireballs
and then
at
like
this door.
one tiny one in the middle of the door.
No, if you hit the door with it, there is no blast mark on it.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there is no blast mark on the door.
Okay.
Michael got excited about something. He started flapping his hands.
Yes, Michael.
It's nothing in game.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll head back up.
Okay. So, you all head back up. You eventually find your way to sleep as the evening goes on.
Before I go to sleep, can I cast Identify on the unknown ring?
Sure, yeah.
And find out what the fuck this stupid ring is for once.
Cast Identify on the ring, and it is not magical.
It's just a damn ring. God
It's just
damn it.
it's a golden ring with inscriptions on it.
Oh, what does it say?
One ring to rule one.
No. Looking at it, it looks to be in like a sort of cipher based on the old tongue.
Am I smart enough to figure it out?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Do I want purple or red? Purple, because
Always.
investigation.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18. You are able to crack the cipher. It's not too terribly hard. It says on it, after you piece it all back together, Grand Augurist.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do before bed?
Nope.
Okay.
Sleepy, sleepy.
You all make your way back to sleep. And in the middle of the night, Siga. That look, though, I'm so sorry.
I feel so big, Tom.
Is there anything that I could possibly do non-magic wise?
If you want to try, if there's something you want to do before going to sleep.
Just something to, I guess, bless the tower at the very least, or like just wherever Siga's sleeping.
Do you have the Hallow spell or Sanctuary?
I do not. That's a 5th level spell.
Okay. Then you don't think there's much you can do
at
the moment.
All right. Just thought I'd ask.
I appreciate the thought.
So, Siga. Yet again, after the black void of a dream, you find yourself floating in the chains. Are you going to move closer?
I'm gonna yell out to the void. What do you want? Who are you?
If only you knew. After all of this time, another is found. Good. You will understand soon enough.
And you wake up again. And with that, we'll go ahead and end the session.
That's a great place to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pushing the 3-hour mark a little bit, or a little past. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. But
Man.
So
I love the voiceover.
Oh yeah, that is bomb.
I'm glad it's working.
That is super cool.
Yeah. Dope. And you guys can understand when I say things. I was really concerned about not being able to be
I was
understood.
gonna say it cuts out for me just a little bit, but that's just me having trouble hearing sometimes.
Okay, fair enough. If you have any questions for what it said after I'm done, like just ask me, like, I don't understand that.
I
But
just heard creepy evil voice.
yeah, creepy evil voice. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. For all that watched, I really appreciate it. We always have fun playing, and I hope you all have a good night. Then